Hello and welcome to Balzy Reviews. This week I'm having a closer look at Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. The film is directed by Matt Reeves, known for films such as Cloverfield and 2010's Let Me In, and stars Andy Serkis, Jason Clarke and Gary Oldman. Nearly a decade has passed since the events of the last installment and Cesar's escape from captivity. A large part of the human race has been wiped out by the Simian flu, a new form of virus initially developed to cure Alzheimer's. Since leading his fellow apes to safety, Cesar has built up a growing ape nation and founded a family of his own. The remaining human survivors are left in a devastated world struggling for existence. When the two clash once again, both humans and apes alike are faced with each other's distrust and their actions defined by their past. In order to stop a war which could lead to the extinction of either race, Cesar must join forces with a race he had lost all hope for. First off, wow. Amazing character animation headed by Andy Serkis, who is well known for his depiction of Gollum in Lord of the Rings and King Kong. I mean, that guy knows how to go into an ape suit. From the first scene on, the apes, they're believable, their expressions and behavior is extremely realistic, and one feels as if they're actually there in the film as characters. This definitely poses the strongest aspect of the film. Unfortunately, that isn't the case for the human characters. It seems as if there wasn't enough depth and time invested to develop the characters. We don't really relate to their backstories, if there actually are any. We don't really feel their loss that they've experienced, and we don't understand their motivations. I can count exactly twice when I felt slightly touched by the human emotion showed in a scene, and that wasn't very much. This might have been an intentional take, as clearly the emphasis is on Cesar's and the ape side of the story, but scenes where the interaction between apes takes place are so much stronger than when there's only two people in a scene, and you really could tell like people were really getting restless in the cinemas and more listening to when it was only ape interaction. I really like the different turns of the story, and that there was more than what the trailer suggested. I expected a straight down storyline, but it really took different turns in the plot, and it was a really strong aspect for me that I felt torn between which side I felt more drawn to morally, and when I thought I knew where the story actually was going, it did take a turn multiple times, and that for me kept the film mostly interesting and made me want to watch it to the end. And it is quite a long movie for 130 minutes. At times you do feel a bit thrown straight back into the USA and Middle East conflict and the fight for resources. Two cultures misunderstanding each other with terrorism, a tower explosion and everything. Come to think of it, feels a bit like James Cameron's Avatar. Two tribes meeting and a war breaking loose. Or was that Pocahontas? Not quite sure. Concluding, I must say, I really had low expectations for this, and I was pleasantly surprised. It is a massive improvement following its predecessor, and creates an all-rounded plot with a satisfying ending. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Thanks for stopping by. Have a lovely week, and enjoy the monkey mayhem. I'm Tristan Balz. Keep eating them bananas. Or don't.